Greetings, my fellow Americans. I know I might not be the typical white-collar businessman who gives annual reports, but as a citizen, property owner, and possessor of a radio and eyeballs, I thought I could fill in some things from the President's recent State of the Union address. Firstly, as with every year since my 4th birthday, the national debt is at an all-time high. Our elected officials have continued to pass budget deficits for over 2 decades. And as a continuing response to this, the Federal Reserve is on track to printing another $100 billion. Even if the inflation rates have slowed down from certified hyperinflation, most Americans can stay awake at night knowing that every dollar they earn is a losing investment. On present crises, the inner cities are rioting. The federal government won't investigate instances where their employees have killed citizens, and the Attorney General is still in violation of the law by failing to give unredacted Epstein lists to congressional judiciary committees. This has given the impression to many Americans that the executive branch has gone rogue, and to add to this feeling of anarchy, the president is once again unilaterally passing tariffs as a response to the Supreme Court ruling that that is illegal. However, it doesn't take the Supreme Court to see that the Constitution doesn't permit the president to pass tariffs, and it also doesn't permit any emergency power. On the issue of tariffs, President Trump did say during his State of the Union address that he would hope to see them replace the income tax. This was something that many constitutionalists and even libertarians were excited about and even voted for him for, as the United States once didn't have an income tax and nearly ran entirely off of tariffs. However, Donald Trump has given no indication on how any of this would be achieved, or on how he intends on getting spending low enough for it to be achieved, as he has already been unable to get Congress to pass tariffs or meaningfully cut spending or abolish the income tax. Many constitutionists are currently planning on or already running across the United States, including for the House and Senate, in hopes of making a difference. However, it has become apparent that the right wing has become fractured, as Donald Trump has spent literal hours attacking constitutionalists for refusing to pass budget deficit spending. The Union clearly is in a state of divide, but on the other hand, everyone is uniting around a mutual agreement, and that is, it seems the system we live in is no longer serving the people. Some of the common goals that now stretch across the entire political compass include electing officials who don't cheer for abuse, arresting Epstein's clients, and stopping unnecessary spending on foreign wars and to foreign countries. Now, while I see that there are many problems and many more that have not been listed, there is one thing that everyone could unite behind that would take care of all these issues that I have mentioned. And that is the document that kept this nation afloat throughout its previous crises, the U.S. Constitution. If it were followed as intended, none of these things would be happening. Our currency wouldn't be able to be manipulated in the way it has been, our money spent and wasted in the way it has been, and our politicians being able to act as lawlessly as they have been. If you would like to help unite this union, I would encourage you to unite around the Constitution. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it hasn't been too weird of a format, and I'll see you guys in the next one.